Right, hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to be building our full drive box. Civic's up there currently. We're going to be sorting the wastegate out and putting a 50mm on. The 44 ended up creeping, so we're going to get that sorted next week. But anyway, back onto this. This is Wiggins. Wiggins come to help to get the gearbox done. We've got the Speed Factory gear selector and the whole kit for that. So what the plan is today is to get the box split. We're going to get all the front wheel drive to all wheel drive stuff in and use the S9B gear set, because apparently the CRV set is a bit of a pain between first and second. So we've got the wave track diff going in, carbon synchros, Speed Factory gear selector stuff, and then new detent springs and just bearings, everything else. And hopefully we can get everything in, everything's good. We've also had to print the instructions off down there, just so we don't mess it up too badly, but I think we should be all right. Right, let's go. Hello, Wiggins.
Hello.
Right, quick update. We've just got the old diff out, new wave track there. Wave track is very, very pretty, but we ended up getting the bearings wrong. So these were the GSR bearings. Turns out they're wrong, as you can see. That one against there. So, great. Anyway, we're going to put the rest together, find all the torque settings and everything else now, get that done, and then come back to that at some point, I guess. Right, quick update. We've just pressed the vehicle speed sensor ring off of the old diff and pressed it onto this one, which is good. Everything looks nice. The bearings we do have for the diff are wrong, so I'm probably going to have to wait a couple of days to get those. Basically, the bearings on the all-wheel drive box are tapered, and they're not for the ones we got, because I assumed it was the same as the B series, but it isn't apparently, or the GSR. So yeah. Currently got the nice shiny wave track that we can't actually put in. So in a minute we're going to get everything else bottled back together, find driving stuff, get it back in, and then we'll have a look at the gear set, put the first and second gear selector on, put the shims in. We've got some Speed Factory. So we've got all the shims there, everything we need for that. Yeah, get in there. Right, so we've basically had to call it a night. Wiggins has done a very good job. Thanks, Wiggins. Yeah, so we had a couple of different issues. Firstly, trying to get the Speed Factory shim in. We had to watch a couple of videos on YouTube and kind of try and figure it out, but we ended up putting it in. Where did we end up putting it?
It's gone in here somewhere, underneath the slider.
Yeah, it was underneath, that's where it was, underneath the slider. And we obviously don't have the bearings for the diff either, so we're gonna get some diff bearings, and then we'll come back, put that shaft together. It's going to be a mixture of both the gear sets. And yeah, back for part 2, I guess. Right, time for gearbox round 2. Apparently, it's gears. We now have some new bearings, so we can get that fixed. Yes, Wiggins, can I help you? You okay? No? Okay. He's in there cleaning away. Very nice. So we have new diff bearings, which means we can actually get the diff on, because I ordered the wrong ones. Probably should have checked the part numbers beforehand, but I didn't. So great.
What else did you get wrong, Matthew?
What else did I get wrong? Oh, input shaft bearing as well. Yeah, we got that bearing wrong too. And diff bearings. So a note to anybody who's doing this, the normal B series ones aren't the same. Alright, luckily we have a press here, so we're going to, don't know if you can see from there. I'm going to press the bearings in on the top. Oh yeah, let's watch them go. That's the one. So after all, everything you've seen, we put the gearbox back together and the input shaft was grinding. I had no idea what it was, so we came back the next day, we ended up stripping it. We tried every combination of shims we could think of, and nothing was working, basically. No. So Scott came down, helped us the entire night, and we still couldn't figure it out. We had like 4 or 5 different shims. We kind of went between them, couldn't figure out what the issue was, so kind of gave up that night, came back the next day, and yeah, this is the footage from the next day.
What's going on, Matthew?
That's me. Hello. So, what is going on? I think we figured it out. Box has been apart many, many times, and my lovely assistant Scott here is putting it all back together.
Trying.
Yeah, we have our other assistant Wiggins there. That's Wiggins.
Still here.
That's Connor. He's our new shim man. Yes.
The old shimmy.
So,
What?
yeah, well, we've had many things going on. All the gearboxes. It's been a pain in the ass, to be honest. We've had to split this gearbox apart, what, 4 nights now? Is it 4 nights? Yeah, about that. And we've had problems where like the input shaft wouldn't turn. It was like grinding on metal, which turns out to be the wrong shim. So, yeah. I think what the problem we had was this shim is bent, and I think that was causing us issues. So, we got Connor, who I think's in the toilet right now. Connor! Yep, he's in the toilet. So Connor went to pick us up some shims out of his S9B. So chuck that in, everything seemed fine. So now it's all back together, 100% done. And yeah, so I'll run you through. Come with me. So we decided that we wanted the speedfactory front-wheel drive to all-wheel drive conversion because we wanted to run the front-wheel drive gear set in the all-wheel drive box. A lot of the time the CRV has problems between first and second, which Scott knows very well.
Very well.
Yep.
I've
So
gone through 5 boxes.
yep, he's gone through 5 boxes. So we didn't want to. 1 box is enough for me. So come back. Right. So we have the wave track diff, which was the wave track all-wheel drive diff. With obviously new bearings. On the first shaft, we use the CRV shaft. This one. Let me point to it so you can see. Yeah, that one. So we use the 1st to 4th S9B gears, the 5th gear CRV. Inside we've got the speedfactory modified needle bearings and the shim under the 1st and 2nd hub slider, which Scott actually has over there if he wants to point to where it went.
Right, so this is the 1st and 2nd gear. So the actual shim itself goes in. Take all this off. Take this hub off, which I've probably put on a bit too tight to be fair, to come off. So basically, if you can get it in there, once you take this hub out, and then this centre hub, it goes in between the 2 gears.
So basically, everything is just put back normally how it should be, but you need the shim inside to pull all the gears up. Yes, and they've got the modified speedfactory needle bearing in there as well, which is slightly different, so you have to run that if you want to run the front-wheel drive gear set. Plus, they also do have another shim under here, but we'll get to that in a second. So on the input shaft, we have 1st to 4th gear is S9B with the CRV 5th hub slider and synchro. Speedfactory used to make a modified one of these, but they don't anymore due to lack of demand, I think they said. So we've stuck with the CRV 5th, and the rest of the gear set's S9B. And yeah, so that was the last thing really, the modified gear selector fork. There seems to be a common issue when trying to run high horsepower in these with the CRV 1st and 2nd gear selector. So Speedfactory make a modified one where they have a billet fork, weld it back on, and it's much stronger than the standard one. So there's that. S9B for the second one. 3rd one CRV, and yeah, hopefully it should be all right. Put everything together, nice wave track, and lastly there's the shim under there as well. Speedfactory make a shim to basically lift all this up to make all the gears line up, because the S9B was slightly different. So shim under there. I mean, it should work. Seems right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help, guys.
No worries.
Let's throw money at them.